Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? I go by the name Fred Knoxxx. We about to give y'all something special. You ready?
Welcome everybody back to Around the Bloxxx with Mike Knoxxx. I have no idea what's going on and why the video ended, but we are here now. We have fixed that and we are back. So welcome back to Around the Bloxxx with Mike Knoxxx. I apologize for a little bitty thing that happened right there, but welcome to the show. And I've been dying to get back in here. I've been dying to come on here and talk to you guys about evolution because I need to know how you feel. What do you feel about this? I absolutely loved it. Right now, if I could vote for this and I have it up there, I will give this 5 stars. People, listen, last night's WWE Women's first ever pay-per-view, in my opinion, was incredible. From top to bottom, bop to top, it just didn't matter. Yes, it is a WWE pay-per-view, so it will do things that is WWE-esque, if you will. Here's the thing, because the difference of opinion that I heard about this pay-per-view, that I'm hearing about this pay-per-view, that I'm seeing about this pay-per-view, is quite a little bit of annoying. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it just is. I will never understand wrestling fans. I will never understand what it is you are currently and actively thinking about what you want them to do. Because when I watched this, when I viewed this, when I saw this, I just looked at it completely different. But no surprise there, right? There's no surprise that Mike Knoxxx with 3 X's, you don't believe me, X that whore that you dated, why you guys don't see why I see things. What disturbed me? So let's talk about the negatives first before I give it so many applause, so many Barry Horowitz, if you will, so many Diamond Dallas Page and self high fives, why it was so good. Let me tell you about some things that were not there and what you heard, and you couldn't, despite not liking that you're hearing them, you had to say, okay, that. What's going on, everybody out there? And one is, okay, the lighting in the building gave it the effect of a house show. I saw that. You know what? Yeah, you know what? But also, what did you expect? Look where they had the event at, okay? It was practically a sellout. Let's say 99.7% it was a sellout. Yes, if there's 20 to 30 seats in a building, but those 20 to 30 seats are left for production, for people who bought tickets and didn't come, or they bought them and sold them on StubHub, whatever the case may be, it was proverbially a sellout last night. So when you're hearing other things on various wrestling websites that you guys go to and on that site on YouTube that you may go to, I'm just here to give you the actual factuals. That's my job. That's why I got into radio. Okay, that's why you can hear my voice over at 1340 AM Fox Sports, or better known now as 96.9 FM Fox Sports, because my voice, and not really my voice, but my opinion will always remain the same. You don't have to like it. You don't have to love it. But 2 things in my opinion, like my mom used to say to me before she whipped my ass, you go and respect it because it's the truth. There's no one paying me. Yes, let's just get that out of the way also. If WWE called me, damn right I'm going to pick up my phone. Yeah, Vince. I'm sorry, what? You want to use what word? No, I can't do that. But you like me? Colin Coward has nothing on me? Come on, tell me something I don't know. I will be that guy for you, Vince. So yeah, damn right. I'm trying to get a job at WWE. You should too, okay? But if not, I'm still here to speak the truth. That's why I got in the radio. That's where I was going. I got in this to speak the truth. So let's speak some truths about last night, okay? Every pay-per-view you've ever watched in your life, from in your house to anywhere else, can be considered a glorified house show. Remember all those things a couple months back? Crown Jewel is coming up, right? And the Showdown Down Under. All you guys will be, oh, why they're booking it this way. It's a glorified house show. It's all about how they book it. Okay, it's not about how the scene looks. Okay, I don't see you complain about when NXT has frozen all the production in NXT. Yes, was it lacking? Yes. Did it bring in the same, let's take that back. Did it garner the same money that these other ones do? Probably not. So this is something they probably put on themselves. It was sponsored by their own game over at 2K. So this is their money. This is their production. They did it with with the finances that was available. Or they chose to allow, not available. They got endless amount of money, or they're not Disney or nothing, but they got some money, okay, to do this. So yes, the production could have been a step better. Okay. Yes, the lighting was darker than I've ever seen in a WWE event that's not an NXT. So freaking what? Does that take away from the moment? Does it take away from the performances? Does it take away anything other than you guys doing what you do best, crying, bitching, and moaning about something? Okay, let's move on past that part. Now, what else I probably didn't like? Everybody want to go out there and say, this is shout out to my man Spotface, okay? I love my brother to death, but he's not the only person I said that saw it. I said his name because y'all know that I know him and he knows me, okay? About there go Trish and Lita curtain jerking. You know what annoys me? What annoys me is the chance of you still got it when you still don't. Let's be real, okay, people? I love Trish Stratus. I love Lita. My wife, who don't even watch wrestling, came out of her room last night to see Lita and Trish Stratus. You know what she said? Damn, they look old. Come on. Let's be honest, people. Can we be honest? We love Trish and Lita, okay? We love Lita and Trish. However you want to intercede the two of them, as long as they're both there, we know we love them. They're up together. Just be the middle part of a sandwich, like a club sandwich. Just take the pizza, the middle bread out, and just be the bacon between the two of them, okay? They don't still got it. Trish don't still got it. Lita don't still got it. They were there to pay respects and give respects for what they paved the way for what we saw last night. Thank you very much, Trish and Lita. Okay, so let's get that out of the way also about the botches that these girls also perform. Let's just say, next to WrestleMania, is this probably not the biggest performance of some of these ladies' career? Okay, this is their first ever women's pay-per-view. Okay, besides Michael Cole, okay, which okay, things we didn't like. I thought if you're gonna have an all-women's pay-per-view, you can't have Michael Cole. You could have had somebody else, but you know what? They don't have anybody else to be that bridge for some of the horrible commentary we heard between Renee Young and Beth Phoenix, okay? Let's just be honest. Can we be real? Let's stay real, and I'll get to your comments later, guys. What's going on, Chris? I'll get to you 1 second after I'm done I'm monologuing, guys. Those who are friends of the program and are friends of my favorite cartoon movie of all time, The Incredibles, you catch me monologuing sometimes. So I'm monologuing right now, okay? What's going on, Mo? Okay, so as I monologue, let me continue. All right. So what else you going to get? The botches? Come on, guys. Come on. I see botching on Monday. Don't tell me you don't. I see botching on Tuesday. Don't tell me you don't. I see botches on Wednesday. I just told you don't tell me you don't. And I know I see botches on pay-per-views. So why we got to point out the deficiencies of these girls on this wonderful night, okay? Then I also seen things like people I know were there and they were chanting in the bathroom, or one guy was like, man, can we get some HLA? I really missed some pillow fighting going on. Really, dude? Like, are we going to take it back now? With that guy and with people that are mad about Crown Jewel, that's to me one of the biggest problems we have in this country. It's not that America has gone soft. Okay, people? Yes, I'm not saying everything was great back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, because Lord knows that it wasn't, okay? But what I do respect about that time is that a person could speak their mind. If I didn't like this or you didn't like that, that's what it was. No one thought you were a bad person for doing it. All this whole equal rights and equal this and equal that, yeah, it's cool. I like it. I'm rephrased that. I'm sorry. I love it. But you know what? If it doesn't involve this country, then I don't really care. That's my thought about Crown Jewel. Moving on to that, back to Evolution. Okay, so now back into these matches. Okay, because although Trish and Lita don't still got it, so can we please get done with them dumb champs? Or you still got it? Because they don't still got it. They don't got it. It's gone. Okay. I enjoyed it because it was still Trish and Lita and Mickie James. Yes, Alicia Fox didn't belong in the mix, but she's the longest tenured girl there. And our girl, Alexa Bliss, got hurt. So yeah, that match wasn't the greatest match. So what? The women's battle royal, I was highly entertained. But you know what? I'm a corny old man, a 43-year-old who kids are raised the way, watch wrestling the way you people, I said it, I love it when I say it, you people should watch wrestling. They do not cheer for anybody who's a bad guy. Now, I know we're grown and we're moving past that kind of stuff, but guess what, guys? The days of the NWO, DX, and every other guy that Stone Cold, they're gone. And as much as they were great, as much as we love them, let's be real, people, because today is the be real moment with WWE Evolution because it was that damn good to me. Let's be real. That ruined wrestling. Just like certain hip-hop ruined hip-hop, just like every movie nowadays got to have a superhero undertone because it's taken over. Remember the era of the vampire? You know what? Heels and faces is the true definition of pro wrestling. When you can't have heels and faces, then you don't got pro wrestling. I love that my kids watch it from a negative, I'm sorry, not a negative, from a naive standpoint, if you will, so to speak, and just go, oh, I hate that person. Oh, how can you cheer for that person, Dad? I love it. This Battle Royal, I loved it. I did. It was corny. I love the fact that Iconic came in there. They ran their mouths. They got tossed up. You had the new generation versus the old generation. I absolutely loved that Battle Royal, and we knew who was going to win once it got down and nobody was jumping Nia Jax. Shout out to Nia Jax. Hope her and Ronda can put on the match they should have put on the first time. Then we got a girl who everybody was loving, okay? And I'm not a guy. Well, let me rephrase this. I am the person. I've said that a lot today, right? Rephrase, okay? That's the word of the day or the phrase of the day, rephrase, right? So my problem is if everybody loves something, I probably automatically hate it. I have to look at it myself to see why they like it. And this girl, Toni Storm, who won the Mae Young Classic, and that girl, Saroy, listen, they put on a hell of a show, okay? But from that point on, once the Battle Royal was over and you had those final four matches, the Mae Young Classic match, okay, good match. The Bailey Sasha match, the Riot Squad, okay match, okay? The NXT women's side with Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane, which I'm finally a fan of Kairi Sane now because I'm all in on Shayna Baszler. I love her personality and how she sells in a match. She can teach her girl Ronda Rousey a thing of four. Okay, I love Ronda Rousey. My one negative about Ronda Rousey is I cannot stand her facial expressions. She needs to sell better. But other than that, she has it all. If she wants to be the female version of Kurt Angle, why we love Kurt was Kurt put it all together. He was the in-ring and the out-ring and could be all things that are we consider pro wrestling. That's where Ronda continually needs to work on. But her in-ring is phenomenal, okay? Then we had the SmackDown title, Becky Lynch and Sasha and Charlotte Flair. I'll get back to that one. Then we had Ronda Rousey and Mickie James in the show the way it should be. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay? We're talking about the WWE. We know what the WWE does. They're going to always put their performance on last. Go back to whenever you want to remember when they made their ride to the top with HH and how that went, and then Cena, into those kind of things. The star will always go last just because they may not be the best physical match, but they're the bigger money for them. So I was okay with that. But I want to backtrack to come back to this, guys. Hands down. Hands down. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair put on the best damn women's match I've ever seen. And 75% of you got 4 stars out of 5. You're crazy. This pay-per-view was, I had it 4.5, so I should have put 4.5 on there as well. It was almost 5. It was close to 5. And that match, those 3 matches, guys, okay, were 3 of the best female matches I've ever seen as far as how wrestling is concerned. I'm saying that, yes, I said Nikki put on the best performance she ever put on, okay? Ronda Rousey did her thing, okay? But that Charlotte and Becky, best female match in the history of female matches. And it's not hard to do that when you have the greatest female wrestler, Charlotte Flair, of all time in that match. Yes, better than Sasha and Bailey at NXT the first time. Close second is that match, okay, in my opinion, but very close. But hands down, these girls put on a show last night, and bravo, Barry Horowitz, self-high fives all the way to you. What a match, what a show, what a night. 4.5 out of 5. Miss Jackie women's title, because I will always love Miss Jackie. Plus, she follows me on Twitter, so I'm going to always love Miss Jackie. Ivory, who I got to meet at WWE Access, and myself and the other Belt Kings got a picture with her and my kids. Like, oh my God, you met Ivory! Ah! I love showing my kids when I go places and I meet wrestlers and stuff, and they see signatures. It's why I love wrestling. It's why I still love it. I look at things like charm, like anything, whatever it is you like that you know is corny. Grown men who still like Power Rangers. That's corny, dude. You're grown. Okay, but you watch it with the innocence of it being Power Rangers. I'm not making fun of it because I like it too. I like corny stuff. And wrestling is corny. And it has to be corny. That's what makes wrestling fun, is when it's corny. You guess you can have your Impact Wrestlings and your other federations that have grimy, gritty wrestling because you grew up after not maybe being a fan of WWE anymore. You ran into ECW and things like that promotion. I welcome that. That's good wrestling. But it's for you, it's good. But wrestling has to be storyline. That is the Bible of professional wrestling. It's storyline. And no girls last night, Becky Lynch and Charlotte, I'm sorry, I have never. And I don't think we can ever see another match. The pressure that was on them next to WrestleMania, this is the biggest moment in women's wrestling lives. Not what Ronda Rousey did. Ronda Rousey's Ronda Rousey. Her fan base coming over from UFC and other things else precedes it. Okay, it had to be. She's going to go on last. She's the superstar that they want her to be. She's their woman, whatever you want to insert person's name. But in that ring, Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, hands down, there's never been, and I don't think can ever be, another better women's match than that. If it will, I will claim it. I will say it. I will love it. And just wow from last night. Let me see what some of your comments got to say in here. A lot of things being said, but what is being said? What's going on, Mo? All right, you say, Colin Coward, I love how Chris Carter has to keep correcting Nick Wright. Yeah, you know what? I can't stand Chris Carter. I think Chris Carter's a little arrogant. But moving on. All right, Alex, what's up, Knoxxx? Love the show. Keep up the good work. Here's my thoughts. The show was fine, but the build to the show wasn't good at all. But what happens when you build 3 shows at the same time? The Super Show, Australia, Crown Jewel. See, I've been hearing that all week. Okay. And I understand, and I'm reading it to myself. Also, the W show itself is fine, no complaints. But when people say it wasn't built right, I like your intelligence when you say this is what you get when you have 3 shows, because they did. They built 3 shows. So, but I thought the storylines that had to be touched on were perfectly fine. And I actually liked them. I liked how they were building Becky and Charlotte. I love how they built Nikki Bella and Ronda Rousey. And even in that short period of time, I was okay with that. I mean, Ronda Rousey proverbially had the pipe bomb of all pipe bombs for females. Like that line that she dropped about John Cena's bedroom is iconic. That's going to go down in wrestling lore forever. Okay. What was going on NXT with Shayna Baszler and Syuri Carr, that's been going on. So what they didn't build Lita and Trish Stratus coming back, right? They did do that. What they didn't build, the Battle Royal, it's a Battle Royal. Not much it can be built upon a Battle Royal. You just got to give it to the right person and not make a move like you're giving it to somebody else that don't deserve it. But I thought it was built perfectly fine. Whoever put trash, do me a favor and just don't never come to one of my links again and like a video. Seriously. If you thought WWE Evolution was trash, why did you even watch it? Why you watch wrestling? I don't know. Comment below. Let me know, as my man Jeremy Johns would say. Yeah, I didn't like Michael Cole being a part of it. Me neither, Jason Michael. I wasn't a big fan of that either. The World Cup is going to suck this year anyway because it's an American. I'm glad John Cena pulled out. It's all American. See. We don't know the real reason why Cena pulled out. And again, that's some of the things I touched on, Jason Michael Campbell, is the who are we to, as fans, right? I think as fans, we think that our opinions should be heard too much. This is why I really don't like, and I'm not bragging, I'm not boasting, but over 2,000 episodes, 9 years of doing podcasts before podcasts became the cool things to do. I will never understand how it is why do we have to have our input implemented in everything? And why does it have to matter so much? Because back in the day, we liked it, we didn't like it. It was just that simple. And I think when it comes to things today that has nothing to do with us indirectly, I have a problem with it. And I go back to the Fabulous Moolah being named. And I know people will disagree, and I may come off a little bit insensitive. That is 100% not my take on it. I'm not insensitive to what the Fabulous Moolah did. But you know what? In this country, we promote smoking marijuana, homosexuality, pimping women, and all kind of stuff all the time. So to be mad or act mad about a woman who, sold women into sex traffic or was a Pinterest, So what? I'm not okay. It was bad. It was very bad. But what does that have to do with you and still liking her? Before you found those things out recently, no one had a problem with Mae Young. So why do I care about them going over to Saudi Arabia? No one cared when they were doing this for the troops. They were going over in Afghanistan. No one cared. You know, either way, they're still going over to foreign territory and putting themselves in danger. It doesn't affect me. If it doesn't affect me indirectly, I can care directly how that feels there as well. Yes, my pick came in the second battle royal. I didn't pick Nia Jax. I actually picked Amber Moon to win it, but once I saw it was going, I thought maybe should have gave it to Amber. But Amber had been on the road, and if she'd have been the one that somehow would have gotten Nia out, or like they did with Mandy Rose and her girl, you build something from that. And I think you can do that in wrestling, and you can build something from it. And that's one of the things I think you build from it. Michael says facts. Mickey and Trash bringing out their best of each other. Charlotte took fantastic spots. My man, what's going on, Anthony? Becky and Charlotte had one of the best main roster matches of the year. See, and Anthony, you do stuff like that, and I know you. Okay, for somebody who's a belt king, for somebody who goes as much as you go, you always put the main roster. There's been no other female match, period, main or non-main roster, better than what we saw last night, in my humble opinion. You can go ahead, Hugo, with your ECW chats. I love you, brother. What's going on? They are making they were protecting Nikki, thought they were making her look strong. You know what, Micah, I agree with you. And I don't think it's them actually making Nikki actually look strong, and they were. I don't think it was just that. If you watch how they've been building and what they've been doing at Ronda Rousey, they're building her to not be the dominant female. In my opinion, she should be. She should be out there like way Brock Lesnar was out there. But I understand they got to give her some humble pie. They don't want her to, maybe she feels like I don't want to be that kind of girl and I get respect in the locker room. I think a lot goes with that. My only problem, again, with Ronda Rousey. And listen, I wish I had bought the shirt at WrestleMania. I am all in on Ronda Rousey. I am. It's just when she makes these facial expressions sometimes, and when she's getting worked in the corner, the faces she makes, I'm just not a fan of her selling. Not that she doesn't sell like she's getting hurt. She sells like she's getting hurt too much to me sometimes, and that's my only issue with her. Hands down, Becky versus Charlotte stole the show. Hands down, Charles Strong. Thank you for checking in as well. But just overall, guys, I thought it was a good show. Let's see what Tony had to say. I don't know if people have the mentality to handle a long storyline anymore. I agree with that. They want results and look butterflies, and it seems to be in the norm. Yeah, I agree with all of that right there, because fans will say they want storyline. Then you get it too long, you go, oh, that went on too long. Or if you don't get the payoff, you want, oh, that was a sorry payoff. I encourage wrestling fans, and I use that terminology of a term of endearment towards you because I am one. You are here listening to me because you are one. I think wrestling fans should just get used to, not get used to, that's the wrong word to use. Get back to the basics. Okay? I'm telling you, if you have a child, if you have children or a niece or nephew that likes wrestling, watch wrestling with them. Okay? Ask anybody who's been in my home around my children or come visit and we've gone somewhere and my children have gone with us. They will tell you, yo, I see why you watch wrestling the way you watch wrestling. My kids are so innocent to it. Like, I love The Miz. Not my kids. They cannot stand, oh, The Miz sucks. They make fun of him. Even the faces they make fun of, but still love. Okay? So I love all of it. What else we got going on here? Hugo, yeah, I feel you bad enough for Nikki Bella. She took the bump before the end of the match like a champ. That was hard to had to hurt. I love it. Mike, let's start planning this New York trip. Listen, man, I'm trying to buy this house, New York next year, WrestleMania. Although I got the thing came today to tell me about the travel packages have started. I can start getting them on Monday. I may can do WrestleMania this year. And it's a little easy for me because I didn't want to go to New York. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be crying and bitching and moaning if I'm not there, if what I think's going to happen there. But I got to buy this house. And be buying this house, I can wait to happen this WrestleMania to us in a more tropical area where I can take my kids on vacation again. And New York's not a place I'm willing to want to go. Now, if you want to pay for my ticket, then I'm there. Quick as it is a hiccup, okay? But overall, I put it 4.5 stars. 71% you have it 4 out of 5. Whoever voted trash, I'm sorry. You're trash for voting trash, okay? That's just what it is. I'm gonna be honest. I'm serious. If I know you, please DM me or direct me to why it's trash. Because if not, you can just unfriend me right now. I'm serious. If you put trash, unfriend me right now. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Listen, for those in the D.C. area, listen, this Thursday, Fight Night D.C. is taking place. Fight for the Children. Listen, this organization every year raises millions and millions of dollars for inner city kids in Washington, D.C. I will be there this weekend. So if you are in the D.C. area, come out, holler at your boy. Come have a drink with your boy. I'm going out Friday night. You know me to find me. Listen, guys, I love you. Comment below. I'll continue to read them. Share this. All right, do me a favor. Everybody watch this. Share it. Get it out there. This is my opinion. Don't like it? Listen anyway, y'all. Listen. Welcome to Around the Bloxxx with Mike Knoxxx, y'all. Listen, 4.5 stars out of 5. I absolutely love WWE Evolution, and I hope you did too. Peace.